Welcome back to another edition of Food Friday here on the Architect Fitness YouTube channel. My name is Tony, and today we're going to be talking about Transparent Labs supplements, and specifically their protein powders and their pre-workouts. The supplement industry is about 3 times the size of the fitness industry when you're talking about total revenue. That's probably because most people would rather take a magic pill than get their butt in the gym and work hard. But that's not what this video is about. The point of bringing that up is, despite how big the supplement industry is, we've had a very difficult time at Architect Fitness finding a supplement company and brand and product line that really fit with our culture and our values. When we first opened Architect, we started with Gnarly Nutrition, and we were pretty happy with that product as far as the taste, the blendability of the protein. The price was okay, a little bit on the expensive side, and their shipping was moderately fast. The only problem was 1 scoop of protein powder only had 12 grams of protein. And since we subscribe to a flexible dieting strategy at Architect Fitness, we do tend to prescribe higher protein diets, usually at the bare minimum 1.6 grams per pound of kilo of body weight for a person. So 12 grams is barely making a dent in your total daily protein needs. And people were usually doubling up on scoops or having multiple shakes a day with the Gnarly, and at $40 to $50 a tub, they were just ripping right through those, and it was getting really expensive for our customers. And that's when we decided to switch to EarthFed Muscle. Now, we had a personal contact with the people over at EarthFed, as the owner and founder, Dane, is also a weightlifting coach, so we would see him at competitions, and we knew that we could trust what was in the supplements to not have anything that they claimed they didn't, because he was working with drug-tested athletes as well. So that gave us a lot of confidence. But with the EarthFed Muscle, we found that their product line wasn't really diverse enough, and people weren't crazy about the flavor, so it just didn't sell well in our particular facility, so we stopped carrying it. For a long time, we didn't carry a supplement line. We really struggled to find a company that fit our values, was a good value for our customers, and people really liked it. So that's when we came across Transparent Labs. We reached out to them. They sent us some free samples to try, and I have to tell you, the taste is phenomenal. So they actually have quite a diverse supplement line, and we are going to focus mostly on the protein and the pre-workout today. But they also have glutamine, creatine, some fat burners, and a whole host of other things. But protein and pre-workout are kind of the 2 big supplements that we recommend most to our clients and are purchased most often in our facility. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So this is the Transparent Labs Whey Protein Isolate milk chocolate flavor. And it's important to point out that there are different types of processing for whey protein. And whey protein isolate is kind of the best of the best. It's a little more expensive, but it's typically easier for people to digest, especially if you have a lactose sensitivity. So most whey proteins I cannot drink, but I can have 2 or 3 of these in a day even, and it's no problem on my stomach. And that's what I really like about the isolate. But Transparent Labs does also carry whey protein concentrate and other variations. So it really just depends on what you're looking for and, of course, your budget. So there's 30 servings in one of these bags, and the macros on them are excellent. So 1 scoop is about 33 grams of weight, only 120 calories, 0 fat, only 2 grams of carbohydrates, and a whopping 28 grams of protein, which is awesome. If you struggle to get your protein in every day, this is a great solution because it's got a ton of protein and not a whole lot of the other macros. And as far as other macro or micro information, there's really not a whole lot to go over. It's got a little bit of potassium in it, and that's about it. And the ingredients list is fairly short. Grass-fed whey protein isolate, cocoa, and natural flavors, sodium chloride, and stevia, which is where it gets its sweetness from. Now, the stevia is where it gets its sweetness from, so if you are a person that can tell what something's sweetened with stevia, this might not be the right product for you. And of course, this does have an allergen warning. It is manufactured on equipment that processes products containing milk, eggs, soybeans, wheat, shellfish, fish oil, tree nuts, and peanut oil. So try not to be allergic to any of those things if you decide to eat some Transparent Labs protein powder. Let's talk about a few other things. Oddly, some of the proteins come in bags and some of them come in tubs. Now, from what I can tell in the isolate lineup, they have 4 flavors, which are milk chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and salted caramel. The milk chocolate and the salted caramel arrived to us in these bags, and the strawberry and vanilla came to us in traditional protein tubs. I actually prefer the bags because as you go through that bag and you have less contents inside of it, you can roll it up and kind of squish it into smaller spaces. And of course, it's easier to get into the bottom of the bag when the protein's getting low. We've probably all been there with a protein tub where you have just a little bit left and you're trying to scrape a circular plastic scoop against a circular plastic tub, and you just can't get that last little bit of protein out. And then, of course, you try to flip it upside down and kind of just shake it out into your shaker, but then the lip of the tub makes it hard, and then it just spills all over the place, and it's a huge mess. So I actually really prefer the bags. I don't know why some of them are in tubs and some are in bags. I'm not sure if they're in the process of switching from one to the other, and I really don't know. I can reach out to them and find out, but as of the making of this video, I'm not really quite sure. So one thing I will say about the bag is this one here seems to be closing pretty tightly, but we had the salted caramel flavor bag, and once I opened that up, it never really snapped really tight and gave me confidence when I closed that up. So that's one thing that maybe they can work on. You can see here I kind of missed the opening tab there. Maybe that has something to do with it. But let's talk about flavor and how it mixes, which are probably the 2 biggest factors when you're considering a protein powder aside from the macros. As far as flavor goes, I think the milk chocolate is fantastic. It's not super bold, which is kind of what I like in a protein powder, because if something has a really strong taste, it can make it hard to drink sometimes. Even if you like the taste, a really strong taste can get old really quickly. Mixing, no problem. I've been mixing it with water. I mixed it with milk a couple times, and it blends super easy in just a traditional shaker bottle. Haven't had any chunking or clumping or anything like that, so it's been great. The other flavors, I've tried the salted caramel. Personally, it was not for me. I did not care for the sweetness of it. I thought it was a little overpowering, but some of my clients and coaches that have tried it actually really liked it. And one of them mentioned it even goes great in coffee. So there's that. But you don't have to take my word for it alone. Let's head into the gym and see what some of the Architect Fitness members are saying about the milk chocolate flavor Transparent Labs Whey Protein Isolate.
Gotta drink the whole thing? What do you think? It's good. Tastes like a melted fudgesicle or cold hot chocolate.
Just tastes like chocolate milk. It's pretty good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What do you think, Drew? Well, it tastes better than the chocolate protein powder I used to have. What brand did you used to use? Muscle Tech. Do what you think.
It's
like
good.
it?
I like it.
It's good. Nice and light. You mix it with water or milk?
Yeah, with water.
Just water?
You can mix it with milk, but that's water.
It's good. No aftertaste? No.
Did you buy it?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, you're not a chocolate person.
I'm not a chocolate person. I can be a chocolate peanut butter person, but
I don't know. I don't think they have chocolate peanut butter yet. Maybe soon.
it's doable.
Cool.
I'd
wanna
probably
try
like it
the,
better with milk.
Salted caramel.
The chili chug is?
I mean, it's not a competition though.
No, like I peed it, I have to.
Okay. What do you think?
That's pretty good.
Alright.
I drink that again.
Alright.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Alright. What do you think?
I like it. It tastes like chocolate milk.
Tastes like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. You heard it here first, folks.
All right, so there you have it. Pretty much everyone really liked it. I will say no one was like, oh my God, this flavor is amazing, but that's kind of what you want in a protein powder. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised or overwhelmed by how delicious a protein powder is, but no one was really like, oh my God, that's disgusting. So I can say with confidence that most people are probably going to enjoy this flavor. I think one of our clients said that they kind of felt like it tasted like cold hot chocolate, which is really cool because I like cold hot chocolate. And once they said that, I totally agreed. All right, that's the whey protein isolate. Let's talk really quick about the pre-workout. Now, I think the pre-workout market is totally overblown. I don't think pre-workouts are necessary, but when you're struggling and you're feeling a little tired, they definitely can come in handy. Now, the cool thing about Transparent Labs is they have both a traditional pre-workout and a stimulant-free pre-workout. So I know a lot of people don't like pre-workouts because when they take them, they start to feel tingly or anxious. So the stimulant-free is probably a better fit for you if you're one of those people. The flavor options on the pre-workouts are extensive with this brand, so much so that I have to pull up my phone to read them all to you because I could not for the life of me remember them off the top of my head. So let's take a look at what they have for flavors. You can get the pre-workout in green apple, strawberry lemonade, sour grape, orange, or blue raspberry. And I've had the sour grape and the blue raspberry, and both of them taste like candy to me in the best of ways. I've tried only the regular pre-workout. I have not tried the stimulant-free yet, but I will say that I definitely felt a nice little energy boost. I felt more awake, more focused, but I didn't feel anxious or jittery or tingly at all when I took it. So I don't know if that's just because I have a tolerance to pre-workouts, but I don't usually use them that much, so I'd be surprised if I did. I just think it's a pretty good supplement without anything too powerful in it. And as far as I can tell, neither of these pre-workouts have any calories or macros in them, and there are 30 servings per bag, just like in the protein. Now, this supplement does have beta-alanine in it, which is the ingredient which is notorious for giving you that tingling feeling. Sometimes you get it in your face or your hands. That's usually harmless, and I didn't experience it when I took this, but of course your results may vary. So always consult with your physician before you try a new supplement. It's important to point out that no one actually needs supplements. Supplements are just there to fill in the gaps and give you that little bit of an extra edge. If your training and nutrition aren't already on point, supplements really aren't going to do much for you. The biggest advantage to something like a protein powder is that it's going to give you an extra dose of protein. It's easy, it's quick, you can take it with you anywhere, you can drink it really fast. It's just more of a convenience factor than anything else. Of course, whey protein does digest very quickly, and there have been some studies that have shown that if you ingest protein, specifically whey, immediately after a workout, it will enhance your recovery. But I would say the amount of impact that has on your overall results is pretty small, and it'll be basically non-existent if the other factors of your nutrition and training aren't in order. With that said, I have tried so many different products over the years, both for myself and looking at options to include for sale at Architect Fitness, and I finally feel like we've found a company that we can stick with long term and is going to provide us with the results and the products that our clients and I am personally looking for. So if you are a member or you are local to us, stop by. We will be stocking up on the protein and the pre-workout as well as the creatine that they sell. If you are not local to us, you can check the links down below. I'll be posting links to where you can purchase Transparent Labs on the web. And we'll see you guys next time for another episode of Food Friday.